My question is to the Prime Minister. Does he stand by his government's policies and actions?
Yes, and especially today's budget policy statement, which is setting out the coalition government's budget priorities. And they are to deliver meaningful tax relief to lower and middle income working New Zealanders, to identify enduring savings, to improve public services, to keep tight control of government spending while funding high priority initiatives and urgent cost pressures, and to develop a long-term sustainable pipeline of infrastructure investments. The BPS charts, I think, a moderate, responsible course correction for New Zealand, which will support New Zealanders struggling with a cost of living crisis.
Supplementary. Does he stand by the government's decision to only increase the minimum wage by 2% when inflation is at 4.7%, which is a cut to the minimum wage in real terms?
Yes, what I support though is actually growing our economy and making sure that we do everything we can to end the wasteful spending so we can protect frontline services, doing everything we can to give tax relief to low and middle income working families, and to make sure that we have a growth in our economy. That's what we're focused on.
Supplementary. What is his response to the fact that this effective cut to the minimum wage will increase child poverty rates, given that 64% of families in poverty are in work?
I disagree. The real opportunity for New Zealand is to grow our economy. Our economy for 4 of the last 5 quarters has been shrinking and been in recession. We need to grow our economy. That's how we get to lift wages for all and get people out of the cost of living crisis.
Supplementary. How are workers meant to keep up with rising food and rent costs when the government is cutting their wages in real terms?
Well, what they need is a government that's going to have responsible financial management rather than an 84% increase in government spending, which drove up domestic inflation, which drove up interest rates, which put the economy into shrinking, into recession, and creates rising risk of unemployment. We need to deal with the underlying cause, which is inflation, get spending under control, bring inflation down, get interest rates down, get the economy growing, and keep people in employment.
Supplementary. Will he commit to delivering annual increases to minimum wage that keep up with rising costs to ensure workers have a livable income?
Hang on, just wait on.
Yep.
You start that again. Someone over there made a comment that's quite unnecessary during the middle of a question. Please start the question again, and we will have people hearing the question in silence.
Kia ora. Will he commit to delivering annual increases to the minimum wage that keep up with rising costs to ensure workers have a livable income to support their whānau? If not, why not?
What we are committing to is Family Boost, which is a program to give 100,000 lower and middle income working families some relief so they can put that towards their early childhood education centre costs. And we're also committing to tax relief for lower and middle income workers, a group, frankly, that the Labour Party and Te Pāti Māori care deeply about.